found out that my tubes were blocked. And I didn't really realize how permanent that was. So I was pretty devastated because I always knew that I wanted to be a mother.
As a child, I don't think you have any fears. You don't know about disappointment. We never assumed there would be a problem.
I mean, we had no idea anything was wrong. I don't know, I think we were mostly in shock.
You know, it's definitely something I just took for granted. And just assumed that when I was ready, you know, I would try and it would happen, and it didn't.
Not a lot of people were talking about it, you know, infertility.
We cannot be in this medical specialty without understanding what it is that our patients go through.
I just felt very, very out of control. It was something that I really couldn't do a whole lot about.
Like, my body wasn't going to do what it was meant to do.
So my husband and I knew that we wanted to try everything that we could, and I remembered Shady Grove.
Seeing patients come in who are in despair, reassuring them that we have the technology now to help almost everybody in some way.
About half of our cycles are low-tech, which would be the IUI cycles, and half are high-tech, which are IVF.
In vitro fertilization has markedly expanded the number of couples that we can help.
We are able to give many women that may not have had the hope of having a child, or very realistic hope of having a baby.
Despite the fact that we're a diverse group of 18 people with a variety of backgrounds and personalities, we are all committed to the same culture.
It's reassuring to the patient to just know that, 18 doctors have discussed their case and, they come back with this very solid opinion.
But I found the more you talk about it, knowledge is power, and I like how the doctors all, case by case, go in and talk about, so it's not just one doctor.
Yeah, you're getting all of their knowledge.
Yeah. You add up all the years of clinical experience that we have here, it's over 100.
And Shady Grove keeps expanding that because of the ability to bring on superb new staff, superb new physicians.
I've worked with these guys and these women, the doctors, people for over 15 years, and I've not seen them make a decision that was in their own personal best interest. It's always what's best for the patient.
To treat patients well, treat them with respect, treat them ethically.
We function as a family here. Although this is a large organization, it's a very intimate organization.
And our ability to commit to that culture, to that group effort, has, I think, set us apart from other centers.
When I came here many years ago as a patient, I remember thinking, someone has taken my very closest dream and made it their own.
When we got to Shady Grove, we were sat down and explained as to why it was happening. Other people were going through the same thing, and that there was very good odds if we stuck with their program that we would be successful in having a family.
As we went in with our second and third rounds of in vitro for more children, the trust just kept growing with him after that, because he truly, truly cares.
These two particular patients, I think had very difficult times, and we were able to help them through it.
We trusted Shady Grove like crazy, just because I think it was honest.
The most important issue is to give people a realistic perspective about where they are, what they're facing, and what their chance of success is.
Whether the outcome is positive or negative, I think everyone can say that they've done everything that they can.
What we look for in our physicians and our employees is a passion for helping people, a real integrity. We really get to know our patients. I mean, it's a very intense time for them, very intense relationships that are developed between the physicians and the patients.
Very sympathetic, I guess, to what you were going through. A lot of compassion. A lot of compassion, yeah.
He gave the little bit of hope to keep us going.
Helping people find their family, helping people through the forest.
Understanding what it is that they're going through. Getting excited as excited as they are when they get pregnant. That's what it's all about. And if you get that, you've got the whole thing.
From the beginning, we developed the philosophy to take care of the whole patient. I mean, we
No, it's a very difficult time.
Wanting to have a baby is probably one of the most primal and basic of all of our needs. Few people really anticipate the feelings that they're going to have if there's difficulties along the way.
They feel like they've done something, they're being punished for some reason, and that's not the case. And again, trying to help the patients overcome those issues, because there's a big psychological, component of the treatment here.
We are able to treat the patients medically and psychologically, which I think is very rare and very important.
The world is good. Everything looked a little brighter. Everything was a little bit clearer, and everything was going to be all right.
Well, and there were answers finally given to us.
I find a lot of the people at Shady
That
Grove
work there
have been through some form of infertility, and I think that's really helpful actually, because they really actually do understand.
Having gone through definitely connects you just one step closer to their patient.
Just today, I was talking to a patient this morning, and I could hear her angry, and she said to me, "You just don't know what I'm going through." And I was like, "This is perfect. Let me tell you. Yes, I do know." And her whole wall broke down.
Many centers look to Shady Grove to use our model for care.
Our size and our volume allow us to do in a significant way what some centers are only able to do in small ways.
I had met quite a few people who had gone to Shady Grove and they had children.
You need all the pieces of the puzzle to give patients the best possible medical care. You need the intellectual power, frankly, you need the size, you need the volume, so you see things and get better at them.
I started looking into their success rates, and their numbers in multiples had decreased a lot.
So as we've gotten better, more successful, you can transfer fewer embryos, including now one embryo in many, many couples, not all, but in many couples, avoid the risks of multiples and yet not compromise their pregnancy.
Top success rates, top doctors, pushing the technology forward all the time.
And that they had really become the leader in the industry from all of the research I could tell.
Is this a cutting-edge organization, would you say?
Yeah, definitely.
Why?
Not only from a scientific standpoint, but I think in practice development, I think it's cutting edge. I think that Shady Grove does many things that other groups don't do at all.
The Shady Grove Fertility office here in Annapolis has been here over 10 years. And we came here to serve the patients where they live and where they work. This community is sitting at a geographic crossroads, as are other locations for Shady Grove Fertility.
So it gives them the advantage of having direct contact with their caregivers, but also the advantage of being part of one of the largest and most successful fertility centers in the country.
I like the innovation that goes on at Shady Grove Fertility. They're never satisfied with the status quo. They're always evolving.
I think we are leading the charge for putting back fewer and fewer embryos and reducing the risk of multiple gestation. I think we're leading the charge for a rational approach to pre-implantation diagnosis by doing research, by working in the laboratory, by doing PGD. So I think that we are moving the ball forward, to use that analogy, for the field as a whole.
Shady Grove actually pioneered the shared risk program.
Shared risk symbolizes this practice. It's innovative, it's fair, it gives patients options, and it gives them choices.
Don't have insurance coverage for treatment. There are two options. You gamble and you pay for one cycle, and if you have a baby, great, and if you don't, and you want to continue treatment, you pay for the next cycle. And it can become very expensive and very unpredictable.
So the practice as a whole, so wouldn't it be nice if we could offer patients their money back if they're not successful?
These people taking risk, and not settling for just what is, but saying what could be.
Hope look like?
What does hope look like? Hope looks like our patients. Hope also looks like our staff. Just doing everything that you can to have the ultimate goal, and that's just to have a family, to have a child to love. Hope is courageous. Hope is perseverance.
Looks like the patient trusting us. That's what hope is all about. I think the patient feeling that they're at the best place that they can be.
It's resolution of what's going on at a particular time of their life, or potentially helping them move to next steps that they didn't think would be necessarily options for them.
Hope is spiritual.
I love what we do. I love that we help people achieve dreams that they never thought they would ever be able to
achieve.
Yeah, they definitely gave me hope.
We're changing people's lives every single day.
Lonnie?
Yeah.
Hi, it's Allison.
And Melissa. Hey! You're pregnant.
You're pregnant, and
That's
I could
awesome,
hear
Lonnie.
the nurses and the doctor in the background cheering.
Going in and seeing the first scan is always exciting. See the patient's reactions, particularly if they've been trying very long. You hear that? That's your baby's heartbeat.
I feel like kids really give you a reason to live and continue, and I can't imagine life without them.
My late dad always used to say that you'll never understand or comprehend the extent of one's love until you have children.
I knew the love that a child, brought to my life, and I wanted him to have a brother or a sister.
Finally had the first child. I mean, that's it. Changes your life.